you're so bullish on it. You should just be thinking about all the money you're going to make.
I am. Are we doing a test?
No. We're good.
Whoa. Welcome to May the Zuby with you, America's most precious TCG podcast. I am, of course, joined by myself. Welcome back to me. I'm also joined by the man who has probably never looked rougher, Josh.
You're ugly too. Like, I don't understand what you want me to say to that.
The hair.
I got my light on. We're good. We're good now.
Yes, I have hair, George. Great observation.
No, like it looks, yeah.
On my head?
I'm also joined by the man whose grand opening, not the grand closing yet, Louis DeGeorge.
Hey, we're opening today, everyone. You get to celebrate with us on the podcast. Game Grove, our expansion.
Wait, GameGrove.gg for anybody who's interested.
Listen, if you want to celebrate the opening of my extended store with me, you can order something from GameGrove.gg.
Oh my God.
Or you can buy Louis a .com address.
Yes.
Well,
actually, the .gg was more expensive. I'm pretty sure I do own .com as well. .gg was more expensive. I like it.
Really?
It makes sense for the esports side. Good game. It's fun. It's cool. Anyway, welcome back to the podcast. All three of us on. George, we missed you last week, and the comment section missed you too. It was very
I'm starting
apparent.
to not miss you as much, just so you know, based on your comments at the start.
Your hair is wild like a wildebeest.
Don't miss you.
Like
Don't
your
miss you
hair
really as much.
Your hair this week is wild.
Josh, I think you look good, buddy. Good.
Thanks, man.
Good. That's it. Just good. But all right.
Wow, like how that was actually way more salty. What are you drinking?
A cold brew.
Right now, by the end of the podcast, I'll have had 6 other drinks.
You'll have 14
I like
beers.
to switch it up to see who in the audience notices.
We got a lot to talk about today, and we're
all right.
on short time, so cryptic. Here we go. We are talking about Commander Masters, which is absolutely insane. More insane than I thought it was. Lord of the Rings.
You're wild. For those of you who don't know, Louis learned about his pricing literally after he hit record the first time. He's like, this is great. I'm like, it's the price he said. He's like, no, it's not.
We're gonna talk about the Lorcana foils. Sorcery is kind of shipping. And then we're gonna talk about Cryptic's Kickstarter. If you don't know about that, then you missed out. It's filled up. It filled up in like 10 minutes.
Gonna be a knockout.
Pokemon restock on a bunch of booster boxes.
Never saw it coming.
And then a tiny surprise in the MetaZoo minutes. So
it's the best title you've had in a while.
Let's get going. Yeah, I have been in the loop and out of the loop. Like, I made videos on Commander Masters and Lord of the Rings, but I researched my video and then I have not paid any attention to anything. Like what I said.
Commander Legends video idea. Let's go.
I've been working on the new shop till 2 a.m. every night.
GamerGrove.gg, you can make itself.
You watched the hometown TCG video and then made a video. Is that what I'm hearing?
My poor kids, man. They're like, where's dad? Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah. They don't mind.
I actually hung out with my kids a lot during the day. But anyway, Commander Masters. Thoughts. Let's not get into price. Let's talk about Commander Masters first without talking about prices, and then let's talk about prices.
Well, you lead this one. You've got to talk about this knowing what you know now. Let's see if you can maintain the tone from Kitchen Table TCG this week. Louis, you lead us off. Give us some takes on Commander Masters.
No, everything I ever thought about Commander Masters is now void and null.
You said without talking about price.
Oh, you guys are nuts. This set is going to be stupid at any price. This set is going to be redonkulous.
So, all right, I want to start here. This is where I want to start. They have tagged this more power, more style. I think the first word was more, right? Do you know, Josh? It's power and style, and there's one word in front of it. I think it's
that's what people say about me, in case anybody was wondering.
More power, more style,
more hair,
and the amount of variance in this because of the more style thing is going to be insane. It's going to be insane. That's my prediction on this.
So they already gave us 2 of the borderless options between the profile border and the. What is it? The jump at you? I forgot what that one's called off the top of my head. Borderless. But I think in the video, Frame break borderless. That's one. But I think the guy who did the video, shout out, I don't know what his name is, but mentioned like there'll be 4 or 5 borderless treatments, like variants within the borderless subgenre or something like that. It's gonna be crazy. Like box openings on this set. Oh, so terrible. It's gonna be so hard.
Don't do it, Louis. Don't do it, Louis.
It's gonna be so hard.
Did this set surprise you guys?
Yes.
Like
Shocked me.
We didn't know any of this. Like this is end of summer.
Yes.
Wizards does
August
such
4th.
a weirdly good job of keeping certain things under wraps. It's like stunning. It's like stunning how good they are keeping certain things under wraps given the size of their corporation.
Yeah, that's fair. All the power, all the style is the tagline.
And if you notice, I think Jeweled Lotus is in the mid to high 300s as far as card number. So unless that's like one of the last cards printed, it's going to be a real wide set too.
Was it mid to high 300s or was it 700s?
I thought the Jeweled Lotus was in the mid to high 300s as a card number.
Maybe the regular one was. You're talking about the regular, not the borderless.
Yeah,
The borderless was in the 700s as well. Yeah, borderless is the borderless is 702.
So even before you start getting into treatment equity, there's a pretty wide set.
That's crazy.
People love big sets now. I've heard this from several people on Discord. So I mean, like the more cards, the better the product. I've heard that from several people now.
So, I don't know the meme. I feel left out.
He's talking about sorcery.
I am not.
Yeah.
I'm saying
that's been one of my takes. I think it's good for the first set.
Yeah, people love it.
So we've seen Dragon and Jeweled Lotus. Those are the two, big cards that they put out. I think that we're going to see the entire Commander pre-con library in this set.
I do too. I think this is like So my rep called me and he was like, listen, like we announced it. It's on the website. Think about how much you want. It's a little pricey. And I was like, I don't care about the price. I want all of it. My store is going to eat this up with a spoon. This is going to be...
This is a hot take, George.
I don't care. Mark it down right now. This is going to be a stupidly good set that people are going to go nuts for.
So
also they went back down to the 4-pack double masters pack.
Yeah, that's where I was. That's where I was.
Love it.
That's where I was going to start this off when we talk about the prices, because double masters prices have not held up to the pre-order hype.
Well, nothing ever holds up to the pre-order hype.
Well, like a collector box of double masters is sitting at $221. Okay, and like our cost on these is close to the two. It's not that close to 200. It's between 150 and 200 though. Like it's not like 200 is like some
wide range. I agree. It's between $100 and $200 our cost. I have no problem saying that for anybody listening. I'm sorry, Wizards. I had to let it slip.
But I think the collector boxes are a much better priced item for this, looking at double masters, than the draft and the set boxes are going to be absolutely nuts on the second.
The set box. I think we can mention something about the set box because Rudy did a video today and mentioned the price in that video today.
He did.
Of the set box. I think he said $375 was cost. It's going to have to sell online for minimum of $400 from the Rudy video, not from anything but that. So if Rudy is correct in that,
shout out to Rudy.
$400 set box.
A $400 set box.
It won't be $400. It won't be $400 for long.
You think it's going to be more?
Way more.
No, George. No way.
More. Mark it down.
Why? What?
It's going to be a $500 box. It's going to be a $500 box. You heard it here first.
Okay, but what could they put into the set?
When? Hold on, George. When is it a $500? Because 10 years from now, sure.
At pre-release, it'll be the boxes will routinely pre-sell for $500 at pre-release. I bet.
At pre-release, like at
the set box. Mm-hmm. I can't understand why that would happen.
24 packs 15 cards, one art card, one something from the list, and 25% of the packs.
The list for this set, I will bet you, will be astonishing.
It better be.
I think this is going to be their set. I think this will be the set of the year. This is going to be the set they come out and they're all, I'm going to test the market. I'm going to push the market. This is the product everybody has been asking for years. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to do it right. Hold on to your britches. Mark it down.
Here is where George may have some wisdom. Each pack has 2 to 6 cards of rare or higher. 34% will have 2, 48% will have 3, 15% will have 4, 2% will have 5, 2% will have 5, and less than 1% will have 6. That's a lot of rares and mythics to be able to pull in a box. Like it's almost like it's almost like double masters on steroids. Like I love how they're like double masters, double the rares. Like next year, we get 6 rares in the pack, baby. Let's go. It's sextuple masters.
The draft pack has 2 guaranteed rare or higher and a guaranteed foil in every pack. The draft pack is as good as like the first set pack that came out in this set. It's wild.
Are totally nailed the set, I think.
We've seen 2 cards, George. Like this could be.
Well, no. We've seen
called a prediction because you haven't seen it yet. If they see the set and it's good, you keep like, oh, I think it'll be good. I'll know it's good. My prediction is this set will be amazing.
So the price point's going to be the big hang up here, but you mentioned you think you're going to see every Commander Precon card. I think, we see every possible color combination of mana rocks and everything, but I really think they're going to use this set for an opportunity to print Commander cards that only have one printing based on the 3 cards we've seen. You mentioned 2 of them. You saw Jeweled Lotus, we saw the Dragon. Both are cards that have one major printing outside of, I think the Dragon has a secret layer?
The first secret layer, I think.
Yeah. And the last one that we haven't talked about yet has a judge promo, but the last one is the capture of Jin Zhao. Right? It's another time walk or take another turn effect. But I really think they're going to use like the Portal 3 Kingdoms, the random cards that have like one printing that are $200 that probably shouldn't be. I think this set's going to be a lot of reprint equity where that's concerned, more so than your Mana Vaults and stuff.
What was the card? It wasn't Double Masters. It was a set. It was in Dominaria Remastered. It was not a tutor, but it was some sort of I think it was a black card that's in that set.
Diabolic Intent.
No. It's been waving. It's one of the cards that was in Portal 3 Kingdoms, or maybe it was Sneak Attack.
Imperial Seal.
That was Double Masters.
Is that not what you mentioned? Did you say the difference?
No, in Dominaria Remastered. But the price completely tanked on it because now this card's pretty good. At 5 costs, you take an extra turn after this one is like that's gonna be a card that holds its value pretty well, I think.
It's a replicated effect. We actually have another card that's 5 costs, exact same mana cost, take an extra turn.
Really?
Don't we?
What is that?
I thought it was. I have a copy of it. I'll pull it out.
You're talking about the buy a box promo one that's from. Yeah. Anyway,
I have it in Bant Company. So keep talking. It is Time Warp.
Time Warp. Okay. That's the same.
It's different though.
Everybody, wake up! Player. Wake up, everybody. Go ahead.
Target player takes an extra turn. I'm sorry, George. We're talking about playing the cards. I know that's not something you do.
And like Time Warp is an $11 card.
Right. And this is a $145 card. It's not target player. It's just you. And it last saw printing a million years ago.
Yeah. So this isn't going to sell boxes. Like that's not like that card is only expensive because of people who collect Portal 3 Kingdom sets.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah.
I have to have a hot take to make up for me being gone last week.
Yeah,
this will be the last set. This will be the best set printed in the last 5 years. This will be better than Double Masters 1. This will be the best set that we can remember.
I think it has to be.
I think it will be.
Like I think it absolutely. I think it absolutely has to be because of the price point that we're seeing to stores. Like. Otherwise, if this is not, then we're all going to get caught in another Baldur's Gate.
If it's not,
oh, this is not
it's
Baldur's
not-
Gate, boo boo. This is too expensive to be Baldur's Gate.
But not. I mean, like
it's not that
Baldur's
much more expensive.
No, Baldur's Gate. I mean, not set boxes. Like so, Baldur's Gate set boxes had less packs because that one was 18 packs, I think,
18 packs.
And set boxes, and these are 24. Now they were still. I mean, they were cheaper. Collector boxes though were more expensive.
Came out.
Collector boxes were more expensive in Baldur's Gate, but they had 12 packs.
Listen, if they mess this up,
so
there's going to be a lot of stores.
I think you're going to have a lot of stores have trouble selling this. I mean, Louis talked about it before. Varying stores, being from different areas and how those economies work. I think a lot of our game stores are going to struggle to sell a $400 box, not regardless of what's in the box. It's just hard to have $400 free at any given moment.
Yeah, I mean, like smaller stores like me, I guess medium-sized stores, the capital to buy a bunch of this set is going to be like.
You better for Hockey Wares on gamergrove.gg. That's all I'm going to tell you, boss.
Game Grove, just gamegrove.gg, everyone.
Brothers of War.
I would say this is a great point. Do not start pre-ordering this from stores. And like allocations on this have to be stupid, right, George? Don't you think that's going to? I mean.
I have no idea how allocations are going to go on this set, to the point where I'm a little anxious, to be candid. Because, like, my heart, I'm like,
I thought the set was the best set ever. Give me all the cases.
I think it will be. But, like, let's say I'm just going to throw out random numbers, or not the numbers I'm looking for. Let's say I want 300 collectors. Should I order 300 or should I order 600?
Yeah. And
if I order 600 and I get 600,
you're dealing with over $100,000 in our costs.
And listen, I am not convinced I could sell 600 in store. I think I could sell 300 in store.
Renting that space on gamegrove.gg, dude.
I'm in. I think stores are going to be very confused as to how to order this. I think, and I don't I'm confused as to how to order this.
Yeah, 2 days ago, before I knew the prices, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is awesome!
Be a million boxes.
This is gonna be so great!" And now I'm like, "Wait, no, I don't know, man. How many set boxes can I really sell at $400 a box?" Yeah, I mean, there's listen.
That's my concern. Is the middle of the road store? How many set boxes can you sell at that price?
I know the answer. I'm going in for all the boxes. I'm gonna rip it for singles.
I'm in. Yes, what can go wrong?
I can't. I don't know
Absolutely.
I can't handle Basement Louis again. I can't do it,
man. It's been a while. I can do it again.
I'll need a break.
No, we have bigger space now. We can actually do it right. We can.
That was not your problem last time.
That was not your problem. I love that the problem was the space.
Yeah, that was not your problem last time.
You guys have no clue. That was 100% one of the biggest problems last time.
No.
I was shipping cards in my basement with my employees because I had to be home with my kids. We moved all the cards from the shop to my house, from my house to the shop.
Your kids haven't gone away. You're still going to have to be home with your kids.
Nothing has changed in that
situation.
But now the kids have a bigger place to run around?
Yeah, I mean, it's different now. They'll sleep. They've got room to sleep at the store, man.
You're doomed. Please don't do it.
This is going to be a while.
Yeah, but
so here's what I hope. This will not happen. This is not a prediction. This will not happen. I hope WotC comes out and tells distro to tell stores what they think they can reasonably get if they order a number. So I hope they don't make stores do the game of over order to get the allocation they want. Because I think that's going to be hard for a lot of stores. Because you can tell me a story where this is not a heavily allocated set, where stores order light, they can't afford it, and then people get allocated their full ask, and it wrecks them.
But master sets in the past have thought to be like, oh, this might be allocated, and then it turns out there's plenty of it available. Hasn't it seemed
only
that
the
way?
last one?
Well, not even on release. So the last one, they kind of
it was. It was delayed and yeah.
Well, okay, so it's weird because we have master sets now and we have remastered sets now. Dominaria Remastered got basically no cuts.
Right.
And so, like, if that's their attitude for this, I don't know.
I am not convinced this will be heavily allocated. I'm not saying it will or won't be. I will likely order like I won't be allocated based on my ask.
If I had to pick a side of the fence after talking to, other stores I'm friends with and you guys and stuff, I would say that this will not be out. That would be my estimate. Again, total guess, but I'm with you, George.
It's also the risk reward for guessing this one wrong is pretty significant. Like, if I guess wrong and way over order,
well, like even the commander decks,
I'll have an ouchie.
Even the commander decks are over $55 for us.
Yeah, the commander decks are from what I've seen.
I think this will all sell very well.
Let's talk about those
very, very well.
Did you see the breakdown of commander decks? Let's talk about those really quick. They look cool. Like, for the first time in a long time, I've looked at a commander precon and thought, I'm going to buy and play that deck.
You're talking about just the different names. Have we seen anything other than the names?
Yeah, we haven't seen anything in the names, but they did the name kind of gives away the theme. You have the Planeswalker party, Eldrazi. You have the Abzan enchantments, which is weird, and then the last one is slivers.
Shout out to the guy in my comment section because I said exactly what you said. I was like, "Who cares about enchantments?" He was like, "Enchantments are cool. I like enchantments."
In my video, I'm like, "This one better have some spice because the rest of the themes are way cooler than enchantments matter." Like,
okay, so here's my question. This is a master set. Master sets have historically been reprints. Are these commander decks going to be commanders that are...
Wait. Am I wrong? I thought they said the new cards would be in the commander decks.
That's what did they say that? Okay, gotcha.
They said 10 new cards in each commander deck.
So, I see that now. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Which that in itself is going to mess with the market a little bit. Like
a lot.
I assume it's the commanders, like to put in new...
more to go in each deck.
There's how many?
There's 10 in each deck. 10 unique cards.
Each commander deck. Oh, I totally missed that. I just saw this is 10 different commander cards. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's crazy though. That's cool. I mean, to get a new sliver commander is going to be nuts. Like that's going to...
Or is it a really popular sliver commander that needs...
I will be ordering the commander decks heavy.
I've seen some people talking about Sliver Queen getting a reprint here. I hope.
Okay.
No.
All right.
That happens. It's just over.
It's over. It's over. George wins. We all go home. Last episode of the pod.
Is Lorcana out yet?
So let's go. Let's do this. You guys want to do predictions, or are we not there yet?
Oh, we're doing predictions before any cards? I'm in. I'm absolutely in.
Yes.
I'm in.
Like, I don't... Listen, if it's not accurate, we have to eat a little crow. We'll watch George eat cold chicken. It'll be fine.
And I got that cold chicken every day of my life.
All right,
continue.
So we're talking. The release date is August 4th. So let's do bets on. Let's do bets on August 10th.
Wait, is it really August?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's right around Lorcana.
Let's do bets on August 10th.
This will not make a... Hold on, George.
It will matter a lot to stores that have to order a lot of both.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. But I'm saying I don't think somebody people are going to be like, I'm not buying Commander Masters for Lorcana. Maybe. Is that intentional?
Like somebody who plans on getting a stout 6 figures of both Lorcana and this, I will tell you that is not welcome news to my ears. Like I've heard better news than that, if I'm being honest.
You should be. You're so bullish on it. You should just be thinking about all the money you're going to make.
I am, but like, I can't knock on wood. My dogs will bark. But
this is my Y-Files take: is that Wizards of the Coast has been holding this in their back pocket, and with the release of Lorcana, they're like, "Nope,
I'm in.
Drop right now."
Those guys have their. Those guys are so. Never mind. They have no clue anything else exists. They are. They're so disconnected.
That doesn't know the rest of the world exists. They've never seen a piece of cardboard of any other game.
You said it, buddy. All right. So George says set boxes at $500. That was his take. George is set on August 10th. Set boxes will be $500. Josh, what's your take?
Of set boxes?
Yeah, that's what we'll
see them at $390.
$390. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
$390.
I guess I get to play the middle game then.
Oh, you can go under me. Mr. Wizards has never seen.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Have some courage.
I keep going. Not
some
that,
courage.
not that soon. I would go like 410.
Have the courage of your convictions.
Yeah,
have
coward.
a little take integrity here. If Wizards is
390?
horrible, ride it to the ground.
Let me do some math.
Oh, if he's doing math, this could be a minute, guys. This podcast is brought to you.
I'm going 375.
This set's going to be redonkulous.
So I see. The problem is, I think 375 like a month after or 2 months after, but I don't think it happens that soon. I'm going 410. 410. I think the price does what Double Masters did, and it goes woo to the moon, and then goes woo to the ground.
On the second release.
Yeah,
that's probably more likely.
My only fear is Lorcana, but continue.
somebody remind me not to order Omega packs from this when it comes out, please. Because
Oh my god, that was one of the first Magic videos I did. Oh no.
I love Omega packs more than anything in the world.
All right, let's move on. From,
I have so many.
From
I hate you
Commander
so much,
Masters
George.
and go
I love
with-
Omega packs.
No, Peter, I will never take Omega packs ever again.
Here we go.
There's some to
opened
me.
100.
I'll buy 'em from you.
I opened 100 of them.
Here we go. Lord of the Rings. Serialized cards. Josh, this is yours, baby. This one's yours. What will you pay for a 1/1 Soul Ring? The one ring to rule them all. What's that going to be?
I wouldn't buy it because I can't spend that much money. I can't, that if there is a 1/1 Soul Ring, listen, I thought about the Soul Ring serialized with and then you called and you're like, it's gonna be 1/1. I was like, that would be crazy. That card would be obnoxious.
I mean, it would fit
Like-
the theme so well.
I think
It
they're going to do a
would.
bunch of them. I think they're going to do 1/1s, 1/10s, 1/50s, 1/100s.
So I heard, so I don't remember who told me this. I saw a good take that was like they're going to do the 9 rings of 1/500. All 9 rings, 1/500. That makes the most sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's still
I
not
was
that many.
surprised. I was surprised by this cost. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
This
that's not that
cost
many.
caught me more off guard than Double Masters. Than
They
Commander
are.
Masters.
They are really, really pumping it, aren't they?
Big takeaway is this doesn't seem like MH3.
No, this is not MH3.
Yeah, I know.
no
It's,
indication
we've been
this is MH3.
cavalierly calling it MH3 for some time now, and whoops, I might have led that charge. My bad, guys.
I forgive you. But
Collect-
I would appreciate you keep speculating, though.
Collector
I always will.
boosters.
Thank you. It's a tradition.
I keep serious facts for my channel. Here we have fun.
That's great. All right, good. As long as you know.
Collector boosters. Collector boosters for this set are 40% more expensive than collector boosters for March of the Machine. than
Yeah,
the
I mean,
standard
like,
set.
this is like, so it's funny. The Commander Masters didn't surprise me the cost at all. Like, I think
mean-
people were like that's
Ah, it
exactly
was
that was
set
exactly the
box
price I
was a little-
expected them to be.
No,
uh,
it wasn't. You
after-
started out the podcast.
There
He's
is
like, oh
not
my
a-
gosh.
No,
It's-
no. I thought this was way more surprising to me.
This is
You need
definitely,
to-
I agree with you. This is more surprising.
way more surprising.
Yeah.
Because this is it seems all indications so far right now is that it's a standard set.
No, it's not. It's not
I-
a standard set.
It's not a standard set.
We know it's not a standard set. It's not standard
Yeah.
legal.
Oh, it's not standard legal at all?
No,
No.
this is not in the standard
Oh.
rotation. This is why we all thought it
there's
was
a pre-release?
MH3. This
Yeah.
is why we thought it was MH3 because it's direct to modern and vintage and legacy and all the whatever. Not vintage,
Oh.
sorry.
That's weird.
Commander and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
But there's a pre-release kit.
There's a pre-release kit. There's a starter.
Well, it is draftable. Yeah.
There's a starter
Well, anything
kit.
with packs is draftable, Josh. I learned that a couple weeks ago. Continue.
There's a starter kit. There's a jumpstart box. Like there's the whole slew of things. I'm going ham on the jumpstart boxes, man. I think that the jumpstart box.
Why don't you make good decisions?
The
Why do
jumpstart-
you do these things?
All right. No, I disagree with Josh. Louis, I'm with you. Buy the jumpstart boxes and
Okay.
crack them for singles.
I'm 100% joking.
You-
I will not order a single jumpstart box ever again.
I'm sweating thinking that I'm going to lose a friend here. He's going to be like, I'm going to go into a cave into the mountains of West Virginia. I'm not coming out.
Commander decks are nearly $100 cheaper than the Commander Masters decks. Now they are, I think, the same costs as Warhammer was, if I'm remembering what Warhammer was correctly.
Warhammer got a weird reprint, by the way.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like
regular decks.
completely in stock. Yeah. It's weird that they didn't come out with a collector version of these ones for the.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought too, to be honest. That was my gut too.
But these seem to be more regularly priced for commander decks, but then like the booster boxes are like 25% more expensive, 28, like 30% more expensive. Like it's like,
yeah. So I won't eat ice cold chicken fingers yet. I learned my lesson. I'll never do that again. I'll never doubt myself again. But like, I will say, like, I have had an earthquake of demand for this product.
Why though? Nobody knows what it is.
People love hobbits.
Have we done this before? Lord of the Rings is the most overrated IP there is.
I like how you do this every week, and every week you ask if we've done this before.
Listen, Louis, I agree with you. We're both wrong.
No, it's not. It's not that good.
No.
It's some people dressed up in robes walking around in New Zealand. It's not that interesting. And most of the time, it's not even the people. It's just the landscape. I mean, the movie. Have you guys watched the extended cut of this ridiculous movie?
I have.
It's just aerial photography. Just Google aerial photography. Save yourself the money of renting this movie or whatever you do. It's not like
don't go to Blockbuster and rent this movie, you guys. If that was your Friday night going to Blockbuster renting this movie, don't do it. I'm with Louis.
My wife always wants to watch Lord of the Rings and she wants to watch the extended cut. I'm like, I can't watch it. I will fall asleep 8 minutes in and still not have any dialogue at all in the entire movie. It's crazy.
Aerial videography, first of all. Second of all, you're wrong. I'm on your side, and you're wrong. I recognize that I'm wrong, but you're wrong here, too. This movie has one of the biggest followings of all time.
That's absolutely true.
Yes. And we're just wrong. Like, Louis.
I don't like... So it's funny. I thought before we were somewhat on the same page. We're not on the same page. Like, I think it's a fine movie.
Like, I'll give you this. The story is good. The overall activity of the movie is good. The movies are horrible. The
story's good. Great. The action in the movie is good.
But like the amount of nonsense that's in the amount of utter waste of time that's in the movie. It's just like the movie could be the one that kills me is The Hobbit. The Hobbit, you could read the book. You could read the book before you watch all three movies.
But we know
Cap,
you can't read.
You don't
it's
read
meant
books.
for you.
You don't know that. That's Cap.
Anyway, like I think draft boosters may be a play on this as a store. I think a lot of people are going to want to draft this set and play sealed and like revisit it often.
Why do you think this set more than other sets?
Because it's the theme of it. Like what you guys are saying, the IP, people care about the IP. People want to experience that. Like I think pre-release for Lord of the Rings set is going to be the biggest pre-release of the year. Like I think people
that's true.
Like I think
that's
people
probably true.
Because what you guys said is true. People love the IP. I get it. Like because of that, people are going to want to interact with this. I think it's the same reason people bought the Warhammer decks because they wanted to, play with the Warhammer things. Like this is the Universes Beyond's best part. This is why they do Universes Beyond, because it brings people in.
So you're onto something here, in my opinion, because your Universes Beyond sets exist better in their own bubble. When you're playing cards from that universe, as soon as you then take those cards out and put them in your modern deck or commander deck or whatever it might be, that's when you get that awkward feeling, right? That little bit of like, I'm slamming Frodo down on the table in a game of Magic. But when you're playing in that world, limited seal, sealed draft, whatever it is, you do get to kind of enjoy that IP.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Frodo thing on the table on a Magic game, I'm over that now. Like we've been through that now. We're all there. Like, I don't know. Like if you don't like that, you should have left Magic 3 years ago when they started doing that. Like it's not going to change. Like that's the dynamic now.
That's a wild. No? That's a wild. If you don't like Universes Beyond, screw you. Get out of Magic.
I mean, there are people who it's that important to. Like it just takes them out of the game. Like
we've had this conversation. Those people would have left anyway for some reason. Like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. What I don't understand is the collector box in this. Like that's the one that's astronomically higher than the other boxes. Like
it's called serialized cards. Look it up. And you have Josh, do you have any there you can show Louis or no?
They are literally littered throughout every background that I shoot
like
in.
the collector box in this will be the play.
Oh my gosh.
I don't see how he's wrong.
Serialized cards is the play, right? So a collector box for Brothers War, which has serialized cards, is nearly $100 less than than store's cost of the new one of the Lord of the Rings.
But that's a different set. That doesn't matter.
And also the rest of the set is a standard set versus what we assume to be some kind of premium reprint set, right? Like, so it's a completely different world. The rest of the box is vastly different.
What a wild data point.
The rest of the prices aren't that much higher. Like the rest of the prices for a set box, for a draft box, they're higher, but they're not like extremely higher. Like over almost $100, the price of the retail version of a collector box.
No, like, I mean, listen, maybe Wizards is doing
Are you sure it's not close to the same percentage? I guess it's not quite the same percentage. It's not like I guess it's a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think the collector will be the play in this one.
That's wild, man. It's like
also right. Ready for the hot take? God, I'm full of hot takes today. This is great. Welcome back, everybody. They will underprint collector boxes.
They have to on this.
They have to.
Like
they
will.
I know how I'll be ordering this set. I still have to figure out how I'm going to order Commander Legends, Commander Masters. I know how I'll be ordering this set.
You do get a certain protection, though, like we've talked about with the Brothers War, as far as collector box reprint, right? There is a limit. If there is a pull rate, then there is a limit of the amount of collector boxes they can produce. Now, that limit could be extremely high. It could be ridiculous, but there is a limit.
I'm going to say it again. I also think singles on this is pretty good because of the serialized cards. Like, if you can guarantee yourself, essentially, like in Brothers War, it was like every 4 boxes, you got a serialized card. Like, that's a lot of money back, especially on release, that people, like, wanted. And so, like, I think singles on something like this is interesting.
It's gonna, dude. What a wild time to be in
2023. 2023 Magic. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back, baby.
Dude, summer's gonna be crazy, though.
I never doubted. Listen to all these other YouTubers and their doubts. Not me, baby. Me and Josh against the world.
Okay, I was about to say someone pivoted in when
me
things
and Josh
were not
against
great.
the world on this one, Wizards. And thank you.
I think that this is gonna. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. It's all summer too. Like, everyone's money is just going to be.
Oh no, I'm not doing the seasons thing. I am not doing the seasons thing. I will not do.
So funny. I love the seasons take.
No,
the seasons take is the best take.
No,
depending on what season it is, the other season is the better or worse season to buy based on how the market currently is doing. It's so funny to me. I love it.
Can we go back to something Josh said? Josh, you said that this is going to be a push set. What have like because it's going to be modern, because it goes into modern. You said it's got to have a higher power level.
I don't. Was this when I thought it was MH3?
I think it was after, but you don't think this will have a higher power level than a standard set?
It'll be a reprint equities. I think it has to. If it's not a standard set, if it's full of reprints, it's going to have a higher power level. Yes.
So the other thing about the set is it's releasing at the same window of time that core sets used to release at.
So we had this conversation on the phone. We had this conversation on the phone the other day. We have the same take.
So what if, let's play the hypothetical here. What if this is just a core set replacement? What happens? Is the Lord of the Rings IP and drive and serialized cards really enough to expect a 25 to 30% increase in secondary market prices over a standard set?
So core sets, now remember this when you think about this question, core sets historically were not nearly as beloved as your regular standard releases. They were actually kind of like, I don't really like this set. Some of them aged better than others. Shout out 7th edition with their foils, but other than that, like, it wasn't something people were really
2021 after. Also did pretty well, I think.
2022, right?
The one that had Ugin in it did pretty well.
Yeah, but that was also around the same time as Throne and Ikoria. Like all those sets were also doing like the rest of the sets around it were doing extremely well. So I like the take, but now that we have prices, it really doesn't seem like it can be a core set.
Right. That's like, I come back to the how much more do they have to charge because of what they're spending on the IP. Right, like we have to assume that they spend money on this, or they share some sort of profit with Lord of the Rings. How do you think that works, George?
I suspect it gets paid for the license. They have to print. They have to give them a fee every time they reprint. Is my gut. So like, I have no idea. That's just my guess.
So if you're a business, do you build that into the cost of the product, right?
Yeah, of course.
And then you add things like serialized cards to make up for it, or you push the power level.
Listen,
but this comes out right like 3 months or 2.5 months before what needs to be the highest pushed power level set ever in Magic. Like this
and
is
Lorcana.
This is the problem with master sets, is that every single year they have to outpush themselves.
No.
You go,
no.
You know, masters, double masters, quadruple masters, like this is the problem with master sets. And like if they have to save that reprint equity for Commander Masters, then what is in this set that warrants a 30% price increase?
Like, go ahead, Josh. Go ahead, school him, Josh.
No, I'm not going to school him. It's just like there are other cards and other formats that need reprints that aren't Commander.
We were going somewhere different with this, Josh.
Yeah,
and that's why we were going somewhere different with this.
Give me a card that needs a reprint in Modern that's not also played in Commander, that they couldn't put in Commander Masters.
You could put everything in Commander Masters. You absolutely can, and then this is a moot point. But theoretically, if they're not going to put every card that's needed by every format in Commander Masters, there's going to be some stuff left over. Your Evoke Elementals, maybe an actual copy of Ragavan that isn't serialized. Oh, look, we see like a masterpiece coming out later. Maybe another copy of Ragavan. The rest of the fetch lands. Yes, all of these cards can be played in Commander, but they are primary staples in other formats. Like, you could put those in this product.
Fetch was my guess, if it helps any.
You think fetch lands are going to be in Lord of the Rings?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
No. There's going to be a different land cycle. There will be a different land cycle.
I think no. The land cycle has to be hot because, like you said, it's all about landscapes. And what's one of the hottest land cycles you can reprint is fetch lands.
I think we see fetch lands in Commander Masters, not in Lord of the Rings. I think we see a new land cycle in Lord of the Rings.
So frustrating. That would be
new land cycle.
I think you see some sort of Lord of the Rings themed land cycle.
Well, okay, everything in the set's gonna be Lord of the Rings themed.
So it's got to be a new card, right? Unless they do like a fetch land with a Lord of the Rings.
I think it'll be like a fetch with like
I think you're gonna see a lot of that.
Those would be pretty hot.
I think you're gonna see a lot of that. The question is, do you see all of the fetch lands or just the set that hasn't been reprinted in a while?
Yes, that has been reprinted yet.
Do you guys like that?
They won't do me that dirty on Modern Horizons 2. They've done me dirty enough.
It's just Modern Horizons 2 reprinted and added
Mark Rosewater.
lands.
I'm the only one that's had your back the last year.
Josh,
so help me God.
As a player, do you hate the cards that are one name but on the top says a different name?
No, I don't care. Sorry.
That seems confusing to me.
The card has the exact same effect. I don't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother.
I guess I just have content creator brain where I'm like, I play the Soul Ring, and like I want everybody to know what that means. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah, we could have talked about a lot of things today. I guess we can pick it up next week, but we didn't talk about. You just mentioned it. Something about in March of the Machine that's in here. Was it serialized cards?
The Masterpiece Ragavans.
Yeah.
Also, there's serialized versions of those too. So the planar masterpieces or whatever they're called.
But they're not. Are they calling them masterpieces?
No, it's just I don't think they're called masterpieces.
It's just the frame. Everyone in my store was like, "Why are they putting the artifact masterpiece artwork on Ragavan, who's not an artifact?" Like a lot of a lot of weird.
I think he comes from the plane when those were printed, though, doesn't he? Isn't that like it's the whole thing?
Yeah,
it's the frame is based. The frame is based on
that's cool.
the plane that the card is from, and it's for things that didn't have specialized like treatments when their plane was debuted. They're coming up with stuff.
That's cool. And Planes Chase is back, which is what I'm most excited about. I freaking love Planes Chase and new Planes like Chase cards.
5 new Plane Chase cards, dude.
I'm super stoked. Like we're gonna pump Planes Chase in my store. That's so much fun.
Magic has crushed it this year. That's not even talking about the fact that there was almost 1 million views on the return of the Pro Tour, like over the course of the weekend.
1 million views?
I think it was 786 last I look across the 3 videos.
That's awesome.
So on Twitch.
That's just competitive play, right? That's not even like
no, there was
speculation pricing stuff that gets all the views.
It was actual 1v1 Magic in a healthy,
That's
ridiculous meta. Shout out! Hey, no, Reed Duke gets a shout on this podcast because I'm here. Shout out Reed Duke, Pro Tour champion,
absolutely,
man of the people, best hair.
I'll tell you what, it's too bad they didn't stream some Commander. It probably would have gotten over that 1 million.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's move on to Lorcana foils. I'm gonna pop up the video while George gives us his Lorcana love.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can hear you over the amazing foils of Lorcana as somebody predicted. I'm just shocked that like they're nailing it on every front. Like I never would have seen it coming. It looks like this is wave-ish type foiling.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the
premium Warhammer decks.
Yeah, the Warhammer.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
The surge foiling.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that's like what it's called. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it looks really, really good on that card. I really like the way that card looks. And they introduced Scar today. They introduced a whole bunch of new cards today. They look awesome.
The foils look really cool. Is there a foil in every pack?
We don't know yet.
Okay. The foils look really cool. I'll give you that.
It's like a premium product, and that's really good.
Say what you wanted to say, George.
No, I think that's all I want to say. Is like it's a premium foiling process. That's what I expected.
I think that's not the word you wanted to use.
I'm warming up to Lorcana.
Never would have seen it coming.
I'm warming up to Lorcana. It's gonna be out. It's gonna be out, and the hottest thing, and Louis gonna be like, I have my trepidations, but I'll buy a box or two.
I think I might carry it.
Disney's very thankful for your service. I think they were really worried about selling out, so they're very thankful now.
Can we talk about how we know about allocations will be done? Is that something we're allowed to talk about, George?
I don't think we know that yet. So,
well, it's about. I'll just say it. Screw it. It's going to be based on your entire spend within.
Okay,
TCG.
That's not how things work. Different distributors will allocate based on different metrics for new games.
So one of them though has said that they're using all of your spend, not just so like in some games they do your allocation on this game is based on your spend in Pokemon or your like when new games come out because they think it's going to interact with that market. But here they're basically like this is going to interact with all the markets. Your allocation is based on all of your spend. Because it's a new game. So usually your Pokemon allocation is based on whatever. What are you shaking your head about?
I'm so excited.
How much?
Every week there's something new that's amazing about Lorcana. And I'm just like, this is amazing. This is amazing. The cards look great. Like the characters look awesome. The foiling looks great. The product, the 2-week head start for LGSs. I guess who would have guessed?
That's a dub. That's a big win. The 2-week head start for LGSs and a product that should be widely available is a win.
I almost said something mean and I caught myself. Continue, Louis.
Yeah, I agree with you, Josh. Like I think that's a huge win for LGSs. I don't see anything unique in the gameplay yet. Like that's why I want to. Like maybe I just need to watch more. There just isn't that because we haven't.
Well, the 6 cards they've released, I agree with you so far. Nothing there yet. I think maybe we should see how the game plays first, and then we can talk about gameplay. Just my gut
This is my biggest pet peeve that you guys do in this podcast. Yes, we're reacting with there's only 6 cards released, but that's all we have, and we're just reacting. Like,
we have no idea how the game plays yet. No clue. It could be a 52-card pickup for all we know so far.
And you know what? It probably will be, and it will still sell. It'll be crazy.
What was that box that somebody told me? I think it was Keyforge, like a Disney Keyforge set or something like that. Like the boxes are over $1,000 and the game's been dead for 1,000 years because it just has like Disney on it.
It's got the logo stamped on it. Well, the Disney logo is something that 2-week head start for game stores I think is more important here, because with the Disney logo and the kind of the art that we've seen, this is a product that will sell at big box stores with people walking around and walking by it on shelves. Some of the some TCG products, man, they're just not meant for the big box store. You put them on that shelf, they don't look good. People don't pick them up if they're not like already ingrained in that culture. Lorcana, man, that's going to be one that when you see it at Target, you're going to pick it up off that shelf. So it's cool that, kind of negate that a little bit at the start.
I will say one of the caveat or one of the counterpoints to my take that there's just nothing unique about it. If it plays similarly to Magic, like with a resource system and like the interaction is similar to Magic, the drive for parents who play Magic to like interact with Lorcana with their kids as a way to teach them how to play like TCGs.
It's a gateway TCG into Magic.
It is. Like, I mean, like at the end of the day,
gotta get me some more Lorcana, man.
Like, listen, like if I could, I don't know, like if I could play a TCG with my kid, like, then I would buy all of it. You know what I mean? Like that, like
I think
it's got the Pokemon effect, but Pokemon gameplay is nothing like Magic, so I don't really care to like teach my kid how to play it. It's just like because it's not the special for me. Like, I don't know. It
looks amazing. Looks great. They're nailing it. Looks and good. Anybody could have guessed this except for one person.
Listen, I don't like rub your nose in every take you get wrong. How like
I love how Mike's face was more stunned with that statement than mine.
I don't.
You guys rub my face in takes I don't even give. Like,
yeah, that's fair. No, like this
Josh, do you remember when you said this was going to be the best set ever? No,
I think it's still very important that they waive this out, and I'm sure they will.
They said they're going to.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's already come out.
That'll be super good for the market. So good, they're doing the things right. That's awesome. The risk was still high in the past that they wouldn't do the things right.
Absolutely. I mean, like, who would have thought they would do this? I mean, like, they have no track record of success in the printed medium.
It's so sad because I'm at the point now where I want Lorcana to succeed, but the more George talks, the more I just want it to fail just because of George.
That's why I'm saying it, because I want your allocations. I'm hoping you order less so I can steal your allocation.
There's like an entire like group of humans whose success of life revolves around Lorcana, and I just want it to fail because of George's like asinine takes on it, and like
George has a lot of asinine takes. His takes on Lorcana have not been.
I gotta say, my season 2 takes,
the litany, the library of George takes that you could say were
my
asinine.
Season 2 takes have been very good. My season 2 takes have been very good.
All right, so it was that was a wrong phrase, as typical with Louis. But he
shoves it in your face.
You are so dizzy.
Confidence, the ferocity that he brings these takes, even when he's wrong. But the problem is with this one, he's been on point. And I hate to say it because I hate looking at that smug mug when he's right. Yeah. God, I like it way more when he's eating chicken.
All right.
Do you want to go to the next topic?
Yeah, let's go to the next topic. Sorcery is kind of shipping. So no real huge updates other than content creators are starting to get notices that they are going to be getting some early product to show off, which I think is really cool. It tells me that that we're like on the process, like they are getting some product back from their manufacturers. And we will actually see production quality product, and I think that's going to be really interesting to see. So we will see if George has to rub his nose in his takes, if the production quality is good or not. So I'm excited.
Good.
The foils, like we talked about this last week on the podcast. You weren't here. The picture, the one image, I don't think they look that good, but it's like the lighting and changes. So we'll see what they look like in person.
It's all going to come down to hold them in your hands. It's the first look wasn't the best.
It wasn't like it wasn't the worst. It wasn't like the worst foiling. It just you couldn't tell
you expected more.
The mask wasn't as like strong as I thought it would be. But like
I expected more. But again, it could be you're not holding your hand, but I expected more.
Listen, I look a lot better when my lights are like this. You know what I mean? Like
you don't. Actually, this is if we could do something like this going forward, this would be great.
I look a lot better when my lights are like this, right? But like when you have too much light, like it makes you look you know what I mean? Like so I just, whatever. But I'm really excited to hold product in the hand. It'll be really cool to show it off. We'll do it on the podcast a little bit too, and we'll show off the cards when I get them, and we'll see what they look like in person.
Are you on the content creator list?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed I didn't make that. I noticed I didn't make that list.
Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry.
I noticed I didn't make that list. George, you and me to the moon.
We'll do.
I'm in.
I'm gonna do. So we got a new stream setup coming with the new shop. So the same stream setup I have in my basement, I'm going to also have at the shop. So we're going to start doing a bunch of streaming of like top tables for stuff. And I'll do some streams with the Game Grove community, learning how to play sorcery and stuff like that. And it'll be fun to interact with. Yeah. And we'll also have the Cryptic tournament streamed on the 4th too, which
I like. Anytime someone mentions playing a TCG, the look on George's face screams to me that when he walks into his store and anyone's playing a game, he just
what are y'all doing? Buy product, get out.
He flips the table over. He's got a tournament of like 24 people and he's just kicking tables.
I've not been to my store in like a month.
Yeah.
Oh God! Shout out Tyler. This guy's in heaven.
Yeah.
Getting stuff done around here finally.
It might be more than a month.
Yeah, that follows. I haven't left my store.
I went to the store.
What feels like
my God. I've been to the store once since like December.
I'm not editing this podcast, so you know that's live, right? Like
I don't mean like
he's the owner, not the operator.
An active owner of Compete Sport. Welcome to May to be with you. This is clearly your first episode.
Yeah, he doesn't know how games are played. Like
I only know about Lorcana.
And not the gameplay.
So I think for me, pros of this is that they have product that they are shipping, and the community will see what the boxes actually look like. So the only thing we've actually seen since we haven't seen anything since the sample cards. So it'll be interesting to see like what the production quality looks like from the manufacturer. So exciting. All right, let's move on to Cryptic Kickstarter.
Kaboom!
Man, they knocked it out of the park, dude. They absolutely knocked it out of the park. Crazy. Poker decks. This is no longer available, but it sold out.
Here, look what you can't have, losers. What are you doing? Why'd you feel the need to throw that in there?
I love it. No, keep going, Louie. I'm with you on this one, buddy.
I don't want people to like be like, "Hey, where can I get that?" Actually, I do want you to be like, "Hey, where can you get it?" Because you can get it from LGSs who backed it at the store level. One of those,
any LGS who backed it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
One of those LGSs would be Game Grove at gamegrove.gg, of which we'll have
and America's favorite LGS will also have it.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is, George? Have you been there? Do you remember? Do you remember what your store name is?
I don't. I barely. It has been a minute.
So these are we got the Cryptic decks, and they've got some foils in them. They've got all the stretch goals for like reached like a minute after this. I
got the overseer. I got the painting.
A little bit of me wanted to be like, Tanner, like, what did you think was gonna happen?
Oh no, boo this man. Listen.
Do you think he thought it was gonna sell this fast?
No. I didn't think it was out this fast.
I would have told him it would have sold out this fast.
I didn't think it was out this fast.
It was like 10 minutes. And like, I love the Kickstarters. Like, he's good at setting up Kickstarters. Like, I'm trying to show without, like, he had all the stretch goals in place. It was like all the time he spent trying to set up this thing was completely wasted because there was no like, hey, let's hit 60K. Hey, let's hit 65K. Like when
somebody said something like remarkably unfair to me, which is like, why do you give Tanner why do you give Tanner like such a long leash on these things? I'm like, listen, like the dude has followed through on every promise he's made in a timely fashion. He has been great at communication. He has like, I don't know, like if you guys want to be like there was a problem with the Kickstarter boxes. He didn't bury it. He discussed it. He he said how he was going to fix it. Like, I call out things that go good and bad in all games. Like
I want to be clear. I'm not saying that it was a negative that it sold out.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying this. I'm saying other people messaged me this nonsense my week off. Like, listen, like, I think it's real. Like, this is a good Kickstarter because it sold out immediately, and I know I'll get it in a timely manner, and I know the quality will be superb.
So I don't think a good Kickstarter sells out immediately. I don't think that's a. I don't think
that doesn't necessitate a good Kickstarter, but I think like everything else I said does, right? I'll get it in a timely manner. The quality will be good. Like,
I don't care when I get it.
I think
18 months doesn't matter. Like, I trust Tanner to like deliver a good product.
Yeah, I think this was a good Kickstarter because it had a goal, and the goal was the van. And so like he didn't make it more than that because I mean, like, this is the thing. Like, Tanner could have made the goal. He could have reached the goal of 70,000 and be like, hey, guys, we're going to keep going. Here's a bunch more tiers. And he probably could have made another 100,000, right? Like, he probably could have made 170,000. But instead, he just, like, stuck with what he was doing. The goal of the Kickstarter was to kickstart the van tour. It was accomplished. Great. And he didn't, like, he could have taken and abused the community and was like, yeah, give me more money. And instead he just like stopped it. Like, I think that's pretty cool. I'm
not going to give him, I give Tanner credit for a lot. I'm not going to give him credit for not abusing the community.
I'm with you, Louis. Good job, Tanner.
That feels like that should be a default.
I also want to go on the record here.
Box, but
like, I don't think he's ever kicked a puppy.
Well,
like, I want to go on record.
Josh,
shout out to Tanner.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Josh. You put up a Kickstarter, and you think it's going to take 14 days to reach $70,000, and it sells out in 10 minutes. It doesn't strike your mind that you should add product to it or add tiers to it to extend that?
No, because the Kickstarter should be designed around a financial goal that you need to hit.
That's true. I also think like we've seen other TCGs do this.
No, I know.
And it ends terribly.
I know.
And he's learned the lesson of the.
I'm saying you don't like. You think the way you talked was like you're a bad person if you would do that because he's a decent person. Like that's a.
Wait. No, I just said I'm not gonna. He wasn't predatory towards his community. That's just I expect that at this point from Tanner. I don't sit there and be like, you get signs and cheers. Like, no, because I like Cryptic and I like Tanner, I just expect that at this point. When he acts like a good game designer and owner, I'm not like, woo! I'm just like, okay, that's why I'm in on Cryptic. Like, yeah, that's part of the default here.
All right. Fine, I'll let that go.
Thanks for you'll let that go.
Lacana 2.0. Here we go.
Jesus, Lord, give me strength.
Did we ever find out what the poker trip is? You texted us, George. Did we?
No, I asked you and you didn't get back to me.
I have done nothing but build a store this week.
I had the week off.
Did you really?
No. You just use that phrase, and I will throw it in everywhere I can.
What makes you think there was a reward for the poker?
No, it was on the first Kickstarter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I think this is just a poker trip because it's poker themed, and it seemed like a good stretch goal.
That's not what I was talking about, but you're doing great.
All right, good talk. Anyway, pretty cool.
I don't know why you brought it up right now, but I appreciate you bringing it up right now.
I'm excited for this. If you didn't know we didn't even talk about what this was, but it's poker decks, and then there's another poker deck of part of it that has
great content.
The theme.
This is great content,
and you can't order it because it's sold out.
It's got one in each pledge. One poker deck has just poker cards, a regular poker deck, and then there's another deck that's the theme that's like it's like a nothing
Legal
deck.
cards.
It's legal cards, yeah, that have in the middle have the text and stuff. The pictures, I've held some of these cards because they were in the shirts. The pictures make it look like it's really hard to read the text. It's not as hard to read the text as a lot of people are saying it is on the images. But anyway, pretty cool.
Listen, I have to end this with the airing of grievances because I gave Tanner all the credit in the world. I still don't get the van tour. I still don't get it. That's the one thing I don't get.
You and my wife, man. My wife also doesn't get it.
This
like,
makes sense.
She's like, he's going to tour the country in a van.
The two most attractive people in your life also don't get it. Look at that. Look at this.
I think it's awesome. Maybe like I used to want to be a rock star and tour the world in a van, Louis, is like coming out a little bit.
I'm glad you're a rock star and you're living in a van touring.
No, I don't want to be a musician. I would hate to be like a rock star that's like successful. I want to do like.
Don't worry.
You hate to be anything that's successful, it seems like.
Wow, that was a good one.
I want to be like it has like a cult following of like 10,000 fans. Like that's it. Like I want to be that kind of rock star.
So you want to have a YouTube channel that has like 10,000 subscribers, basically.
Yeah,
you nailed it, buddy.
That'd be great. Hey, you guys hit the subscribe button if you
You could do a van tour.
What? 10,000 subs fan tour.
Van tour, 25,000 subs, baby.
Wait, 25,000? What happened?
No, you just said you wanted 10,000, you greed monster.
We're already opening a Mirrodin booster box at 10,000.
You can only have one.
It's been on my shelf for 2 months.
Put a poll in the chat. Van tour, Mirrodin box. What's it gonna be? No,
if you vote for the Mirrodin box, you're dead to me. Continue.
I recognize that I'm wrong. I just think the van tour. I
like the van tour.
I know I'm wrong. I know that I'm wrong, Tanner.
I apologize about this. I like the idea of Louis' van tour to see his 10,000 subscribers even more, though.
Louis just goes to everyone's door. He
just goes to everybody's house.
It says here you're subscribed to Kitchen Table TCG. I want to thank you.
Did you leave a comment today?
At the end of the van tour, there's 8,700 subs. It's like, oh, this guy's whoops, mistake, my bad.
You're a lot fatter in person. I don't want to watch you anymore.
That's what George said to me when he met me. Get on board.
I did not say that.
Wow, what a great podcast.
You're a giant.
You are a giant. All right. Moving on. Pokemon restock. Just real briefly on this. George thinks Pokemon got a massive restock.
No, George doesn't. George said that Distro got more Lost Origins and there was more Evolving Skies on Pokemon Center today.
Barely on all accounts. Like
erroneous.
How many boxes of Lost Origin did you get, George?
That I'm not going to say. More than you.
Yeah. You know how I know you didn't get that many? Because our rep gave you my boxes instead to fill your order.
No. I got more than that from the other rep, though.
Yeah, okay. So there was a small restock on Lost Origin.
Do you think that's the last time they're printing this? Like, that was a one-time thing?
So hot take, I think they found pallets in a warehouse somewhere. Yeah, I think they're done printing Sword and Shield. They're done.
They said they're not.
It's Legends. They found pallets.
Yeah,
they literally said they're not done printing it in their press release.
Games do be doing that this year. Games do be finding pallets in warehouses somewhere.
People say that all the time. The people who got Evolving Skies at 140 on Pokemon Center this morning, very jealous. I would have. Was there a minimum? I assume there's a maximum you could order. I assume you could only order 6. Because if not, I would have ordered a irresponsible amount of boxes. What are you doing?
That's the van tour.
What?
Doing a Pokemon themed van tour called the Pokestop.
Pokestop.shop.
No, don't give away my ideas, George. Not on the podcast.
That's the van tour.
It's not a van. It's a food truck.
Pokestop.gg.
You guys are sharing my life's goals on our podcast, our private conversations. Both of you right now. Both of you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, both of you are exposing my future.
Tanner, don't do that.
Tanner, don't do Pokestop.shop. It's Louis' dream, not yours.
I already own the domain. You can't do it. It's done, baby. It's done.
You own Pokestop.gg?
No.
Why not?
I got
better buy it before this podcast airs.
Yeah, no kidding. Thanks a lot, jerks.
That's $12 you're never going to get back.
All right. So, moving on. We're done with this. We are 9 minutes over my cutoff of an hour.
We got a lot. I've got allocations for Scarlet, by the way. Those
I did too.
There will be plenty of Scarlet for you at your LGS.
Like no cuts.
All right, let's get through this. I got data together, bozos.
Okay. There was though. Back to Pokemon. There was MVP Sports was talking about it, that the demand for Scarlet and Violet looks to be higher than they anticipated, which I thought was super interesting. Listen, if these boxes hold at like 125 to 130, there's no problem.
George's face when anyone gives a take that isn't him.
125 to 135. Oh, okay. I agree with you.
Like prices are. I think our cost is 18% higher.
I have no idea. Like
there's
a
price.
In my head.
So like there's a price increase, and their point was that the price increase seems to be following in the secondary market. That consumers are accepting the price increase for Pokemon. They actually said, they were like, so if you need to make up for some of your Magic the Gathering losses, you may want to consider adding Pokemon to your investment repertoire.
Oh my God.
This podcast sponsored by MVP Sports and Games. Okay.
God, I gotta say, that is the best sponsor for us.
Yeah, they
have to sponsor us.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one we'll take.
That's the only one we'll take.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about our tiny surprise for MetaZoo.
I like the mini packs. I love the mini packs.
The mini packs are cool.
I'm all in on the mini packs. I don't really understand why everybody loves mini everything right now, but like I love it.
Is that
in?
Is that a right now thing?
Yeah, like they have the little ball thing that have like 10 little or 5 or 6 little mini products in it, and then you're like, oh, I got like a mini can of ham, and like people go nuts.
Is this an arcade thing? Do you see this a lot in your arcades?
Yeah, we give away the little mini toy things.
How many?
Whoa, hold on. We need to unpack that. Why was it a mini can of ham?
It's like different food products that are fake. It's like a little tiny mini can of ham.
Mini apple. Mini water, mini banana.
They have those things. You can pick whatever you want.
But that's fine. But you went with mini can of ham.
I like cans of ham.
Okay.
Spam, underrated.
Yes, fried spam.
Got it.
You're correct.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Wait, Mike, that should be the next collab. I would buy some MetaZoo branded spam.
MetaZoo X spam. When you crack open the top, there's a plastic card on top. You gotta wash off.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of the cards. I was just gonna stamp the spam.
Yeah. I'm in. Why would we think of the cards?
This is wild.
I'm in.
It's MetaZoo. We don't focus on.
I love spam.
Here's the only thing I want to know.
Is it about spam?
And is shaped well too.
Do you think there will be hollows?
Yeah.
In the mini booster packs.
Yeah.
Do you think there will be hollows?
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's an impressive feat. I feel like making that stuff hollow, like not just like curl in half when they cut it, right? Like
it might be a little curly, but like it'll be foiled.
You can flip it. You can flip it on your desk.
And
I don't know if I see these cards being widely played. If I'm being honest with you, tiny cards.
This is the question. What's more expensive? Because they say first edition on them. Okay, this is.
Do they really?
They do. I just.
I love that.
So what's
I love that. That's so funny.
That's such a meme.
Is there going to be second edition tiny cards?
I know, based on my history of second edition MetaZoo, I will order way too much of it, and it will sit in my garage for a long.
I'm just gonna get boxes of it randomly shipped to me from Louis. Hey, friend, here you go.
And randomly, I'll be walking through my garage with my daughter, and she'll say MetaZoo, and we'll open up like 6 boxes. And then I'll be like, wait, what happened to my second edition?
I like the mini packs. I'm all in on the mini packs.
So what will be worth more? A first edition hollow Mothman full foil?
Yep.
Or a mini first edition hollow Mothman?
Initially?
Second question. Second question.
Okay.
If the answer to this is not yes, then I will not carry MetaZoo anymore.
A lot of pressure.
Mike, you better be watching. Will Mike convince his friends at PSA to get mini PSA grading cases?
They can grade mini cards. There's many sports cards. You can grade mini cards.
But they put them in the big box, the big things.
You want
little slabs.
I want mini slabs for my mini cards.
And a mini magnifying glass so you can read the grade?
Mike, I'll give you this. If PSA won't make you a custom slab case, then you make a custom slab case, and so we can slab our own mini cards.
Is Mike gonna grade the cards?
No, I don't care if the grades are real. I just want a mini slab case.
I just hope it's grade M for Mike. What you get on your grade? I got M.
Listen, I might actually go to the MetaZoo event thing and put these cards in full-size cards and then play one.
No, just play the tiny deck. Josh, if you don't do this, then I feel like, what do you add to the podcast? Like, you're the player.
Yeah, you're right. Anytime I talk about gameplay, George just goes off to dreamland anyway.
If you don't go win a MetaZoo tournament with the mini cards, are you even a TCG player?
Do you know what the best part is? Is these massive sausage fingers trying to shuffle these tiny little mini cards. Because I have sausage fingers.
All right.
God, it'll be awful.
I have a question for you guys. Okay? Because they are mini cards inside mini packs.
Yeah.
But seemingly these mini packs
allegedly
are in the world's biggest outside pack.
Yeah.
How big is that thing?
I think it's like notebook size.
Like, it's gotta be. It's massive.
I think it's for. I think it's going to go to like Target and stuff, and it's going to be like it's how they don't get shoplifted.
Wait, what?
I think that's why the packaging is big, so it doesn't get shoplifted from Target.
There's no way this is real packaging.
What do you think? It's just like a mock-up of the packaging?
Yeah, there's no way this is the final packaging. What's keeping those little packs in place?
It's like the sealer thing, like the plastic.
It can't
it's a piece of plastic.
It's vacuum sealed. There we go. It's vacuum sealed.
It can't be cellophane. It would have to be plastic.
Song about cellophane? Oh, it's that song from Chicago, Mr. Cellophane.
You are showing your age right now.
Yeah, right now. Not at all otherwise on this podcast.
Yeah, my bald fat ass head doesn't show it at all.
Hey, we don't make fun of fat asses around here, okay? It's a condition going around this podcast.
Can I say something wild?
Yeah. Welcome to May the Zoo be with you.
MetaZoo mini set. The MetaZoo set I'm most excited about since Nightfall.
100%.
Least surprising thing anyone's ever
absolutely in
said.
on the mini set. I'm absolutely.
That's
in
the
on
least
mini
wild
set.
thing anyone's ever said.
Like, I opened a lot of Wilderness. UFO, I don't know. I just feel like UFO didn't do it for me. I think I was way too excited for UFO, and then
you overshot that one.
It was less space themed than I wanted it to be. Seance, it's just not my jam. Like,
Mike is leaning into the memes, and I love it.
Seance just wasn't my jam because it's like seances aren't my jam. Native, I'm more.
You didn't have to talk to the dead in order to play Seance. Right? It wasn't a requirement.
Nobody plays.
I didn't know, but like, I will open the crap out of some mini medicine.
This is
oh my god, will there be secret rares?
Box opening content. Hilarious box opening content.
People already criticize me because my thumbs always have like cuts on.
And we see how you sleeve.
When you do an opening that hits in Magic, and like that community's not used to watching your opening, your hands will get criticized in some way. Like, those real openers get like manicures.
Like, I spent like 2 hours today on the roof hanging like a sign, like, so like I have like, my hands aren't like, they're not dirty. Like, I've washed them like 10 times today, but there's like,
they're not manicured, dude. And you get roasted for it. I had dirt under one of my fingernails and got like 4 comments.
You
like
need to clean your fingernails before you open packs. Like, That's
it's like I came in from yard work, got the box. I was like, gotta shoot.
Can I just say, you guys never sell reading the comments to me very well. Like, I've never once talked about, like, you know what? I should change my stance. I should read the comments.
Josh and I have sad, depressing lives, George. We read the comment section.
I don't know. I got a comment today that was great. I loved it.
We care way too much. But I'm going to be opening these MetaZoom minis, and I'm going to have the camera, and it's going to be like the size of my thumbnail. And I'm going to be like, this is... Josh,
I want secret rares.
When you open a special card and you got to hold it up to the camera.
Oh my God, will there be a mini ink? Like a mini ink?
If there's not a secret rare in the mini set, what is Mike doing? Like,
yeah, I'm in. Mini ink. Mini ink will be mini ink to the moon.
All right, George, can we sponsor Josh to play in a tournament in Chicago? Like the next time they have a tournament in Chicago, we have to like pay him to go do it so we can see what it looks like to win an event with the mini MetaZoo cards. Josh, I think that's great content.
I will let you talk about gameplay for an hour straight in the podcast.
Josh, I bet we could convince MetaZoo fans who aren't subscribed to your channel because you don't do MetaZoo content. It makes sense. I bet we could be like, hey, we will get Josh to play an event if we get 400 subscribers over on his channel, and then you're incentivized. Can you imagine getting a bonus 400 subscribers? That'd be amazing.
A bonus 400 subscribers that don't watch any of my content because I don't make MetaZoo.
Who cares?
Sounds what?
Numbers, baby. It's a numbers.
This is very revealing. That click farm that you paid for those subscribers is showing.
Never done that.
That was wow. It went from a joke to a very serious.
Yeah, that's like accusing somebody of doing that on YouTube.
Oh my God.
Is that a bet? Like, who cares if someone does that?
I love the channels that are they're like big because they did that. They bought like 50,000 subscribers.
Wow, we all know what channel you're talking about too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They think they're really cool.
Are aware. Yeah, George, don't worry. This doesn't concern you.
Yeah,
I have no clue.
Channel.
It's
George's
no
channel.
clue.
George's secret channel.
All right. I'm excited for MetaZoo mini set.
Can you guys tell me who it is later?
No.
Yeah.
You know who it is.
You do.
Oh,
you're aware.
Is it who I think it is?
No.
Yes.
All right. Everyone, this has been something. Listen, I'll tell you what.
That was the perfect way to end it. May this be with you.
I'll tell you what. If you like whatever the heck this was for the last hour and 20 minutes, if you liked that, hit subscribe. If you like it, go watch Josh's channel. His content is much better than the last hour and a half that was this podcast.
It's close one too.
And remember today's opening day at Game Grove. So leave a comment of goodwill in the comment section. Let's hope power stays on, internet works, lots of people buy stuff, lots of fun stuff. If you're in the area, come visit. I'll be there all weekend.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia, make sure you stop on by, everybody.
So, honestly, the Cryptic tournament, we have I bet you 25 people traveling for the Cryptic tournament.
Cryptic people travel like crazy.
Well, it's like I'm in a really good regional area. Like we're right off the Interstate 64, right off of 77. It's like a really easy. It's like 2 hours from Columbus. Really easy drive. So it's gonna be cool to see people who watch the channel. And somebody came in yesterday. This is the Magic collection I was talking to you guys about, like a huge tens of $1,000s Magic collection that I might buy. But they came in, they watched the channel, and they see my videos. It was kind of cool. He's like, local.
That's awesome, man.
It's weird to talk to people in person who watch your YouTube channel.
That's a weird thing.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm not nearly as cool as my YouTube channel makes me seem.
Which
is really bad because I don't seem that cool on the YouTube channel either. So
can confirm. And we dug on each other a lot, but dude, I hope your opening goes well. You worked really hard on this. I hope it goes better than the last one because frankly, it can't go much worse.
Wow.
What happened that I blocked out of my memory on the last opening?
That was
yeah.
Josh wins this episode. Josh wins this episode.
I think you still look good.
Just good. Just good though.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Remember to be kinder to the people around you than Josh, and may the zoo be with you.
And also with you.